What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what is going on? My name is Nikki, and it would mean the absolute world to me if you would consider subscribing by hitting the MB in the bottom corner or the red subscribe button and join the crew. I do like to post 2 videos a week to this channel, ranging from anywhere from just my life, funny things, ugly things, beautiful things, anything that I'm feeling, to my hobbies, which now include stock market investing. I am obsessed with it, I adore it, and I am going to be implementing a lot more of this content onto this channel. So if any of that interests you, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. It really helps me out, helps everything on this channel out, really makes everything that I'm doing worth it. I do love doing this, but to see the appreciation is awesome. So you guys, today is a beautiful, joyful, glorious, blessed kind of day, but you already know the drill with that. You guys, today I'm going over my Robinhood dividend paychecks for the month of March, the money I received passively from Robinhood, well, not Robinhood, the companies that I invest in through Robinhood, passive income that I got in the month of March, my 7 paychecks. And you guys, without further ado, let's just get into this video. Alright, you guys, so I will go ahead and pop up on the screen my Robinhood portfolio. But before I do that, I will link a video up here where I go in depth to my portfolio, my positions, the companies that I invest in. This video alone, I'm just going over my paychecks and the companies and positions that paid me those. But if you're interested in what I currently hold, I will link that up here for you. Click on it, check it out, come back to this video, see what paid me in the month of March. Because let me tell you, the month of March in the stock market was something wild. And I feel like April is honestly not going to be that much better. I feel like April is going to have a lot of downs, but do not take any kind of advice from me. I'm not a professional. I'm just simply here on YouTube documenting my journey through investing with the Robinhood portfolio. Like I mentioned in my other video, I do have 2 other brokerages that I place money into. I have M1 Finance, which is my Roth IRA, which is more of a retirement, hit it and quit it type of fill it and quit it type of a account for me. And then I do have TD Ameritrade, which I opened an account with them and opened the Think or Swim platform for day trading, options trading, swing trading, just to maybe think about doing trading. I'm really using this time in quarantine to educate myself and research and just absorb as much information about the trading world of investing as I can. But my real big passion as of right now is long-term investing, dividend investing, and not dividend investing in the sense that like I only look for that high percent yield, because A, it might not last, and B, that doesn't necessarily mean the company is growing. So yes, my positions do have some dividend aristocrats. They do have some that don't pay dividends at all, and I am looking for growth there because I am young. I am in my 20s, so I do have time, and I feel like at this point in my life, it doesn't hurt to take a couple risks with companies that I've educated myself on, read the balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, educated myself, and put some money in there, because in the long-term scheme of things, if I invest $100,000, $500,000 into a company that pays no dividend, that's pretty brand new, startup, don't really know what the future holds for them. In the next 40 years of working, I will make up that money, so I don't mind putting some risk into my investments at this point in my journey and in my life. So I will disclaim with saying I don't just look for high dividend yielding companies. I look for strong dividend history, good percent yield on that dividend through the course of years, and option for growth. I don't want to invest in a company, I take that back, I have, but I'm not looking to really put huge positions in companies that have a consistent 4% dividend yield, but the 5-year chart looks like this. I'm not really interested in that. I like this. Slow and steady wins the race for me. Whenever I do look at a company, I like to look at that long-term picture of what the company has done the last 5-10 years. If it's parallel, if it's not doing much, but it is paying a lot of dividends, that's cool. But with my personal finance journey through the stock market, I want to invest in dividend-paying companies that are growing. And you guys, I did just recently start this portfolio in the mid-December of 2019, so I was investing at all-time highs. And luckily, I mean unluckily, we're dealing with what we're dealing with now at a global level, but luckily for long-term investors, that brings out some really good buying opportunities for us. So like I said, check out the video if you want to. Go back on my channel if you didn't click the card. You want to look at that first before you look at what paid me in March, but I don't want to talk too much about it. You can go watch that. I'll probably post some more videos, like I said, about my portfolio, my journey, what I'm investing in, what I'm buying, what I think it's a good investment, which, like I said, don't listen to me. Do your own research, educate yourself. But I will go over right now the payments that I did receive in March. All right, you guys, so I will go ahead and pop up my portfolio on that side of the screen for you to follow along with me. And as you can see, I am down 1.34% today. It is a weekend, so you're not going to see any fluctuations in my account balance right now just because the market is closed. This is April 5th that I'm recording this. Hopefully this goes up within a couple days so it's not too jaded and kind of skewed from the market. But I mean, let's be real, the market is so volatile right now, we just don't know what's going on. But as as of April 5th, 2020, this is where I stand. Alright guys, so as you can see, for one day, I am down 1.34% or $62. On the week, I am down 2.9% at $137. For 1 month, I am down 14.26% at $764. 3 months, I'm down 1,307, no, that's a lie. I'm down $1,037.06 or 18.43%. 1 year, I am down, I am down $1,021, down 18.2%. As you can see, guys, right here, 16-17 is where I began my journey here. So haven't even been a year. It's like, what, 4 months? So all time I am down 18.3% basically at $1,027, which is kind of rough, but like I said, long term, I'll get it back. I know I will. Especially with dividend payments, like it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. So after all that, you guys, as you can see here, I'm gonna go back to the 1 day mark. I do have $7.68 to wait for me in cash, but that's really nothing. As you can see here are quickly all of my holdings. Go back, watch the other video for an in-depth for it. But let's go ahead and get to just the dividends that I did receive here. So the first one was March 10th. I received this payment from Target at 66 cents per share, which is honestly not that bad, but I do have 1 share, so that 66 cents is the first paycheck. The second paycheck came from Microsoft, which I want to increase my holdings so bad, but I'm waiting a little bit because deep in my heart of hearts, I know that this is going to continue to drop, and Microsoft has been pretty steady through it, but if this dropped down, I think it's currently like 157 or 151 or 150 something. If they went ahead and dropped down, I think around the 130s, 140s by mid-April, I'd probably, I'd buy a couple more for sure. But I did get paid 51 cents to have 1 share. I got that payment on March 12th. The next position that I have is in Kellogg. Kellogg paid me on March 16th for a payment of $1.14 for 2 shares. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube, a lot of people's portfolios, and I don't see a lot of people having Kellogg, but I believe in that brand. I think it's gonna be long-term fine. I think their cash is good, so I like Kellogg. I will buy more of Kellogg if it drops. It's actually been doing fairly well this last week. It's one of the ones that's green for me, but I mean, I don't know. If the price is right, I'll probably add more, but I'm gonna add Microsoft before I add more Kellogg for sure. The next one is from an ETF, meaning basically, long story short, what an ETF is it's a bunch of companies put together. This one follows the S&P 500, so it's a bunch of the S&P 500 companies slammed together that you can invest in that diversifies you across the platform. So this is the high dividend ETF. The ticker symbol is SPYD if you want to look it up, but I do have 4 shares. They paid me about 39 cents a share. That puts me at $1.58 that they paid me on March 25th. So the next one, you guys, that paid me on March 26th is SPYG, which is another ETF. So that is a growth-based ETF based on the S&P 500 companies. So I have 4 shares. They paid me about 13 cents per share. So I got 54 cents for the 4 holdings that I have. And I am going to create an updated portfolio video on some new additions of companies and positions that I put into my portfolio here. So I'm going to make another video, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that, because I will be going over this because this isn't totally accurate. I have added companies and positions, so stay tuned for that one. The next one that paid me was another ETF. I got a lot of ETF payments here in March, but this one is SPYV. So the value, it's a value ETF. So it does dividends and growth. V right there, value. Okay, that's what I like. I like both of those a lot. So that is why I really love this ETF. I got paid on March 26th, 89 cents for 4 shares at 22 cents a share. So I don't want to tell you what to do, but I would recommend looking into this one. So the next dividend payment I have is from Orchard Island Capital. So this is actually a free stock that I received either for signing up or having someone use my referral link. If you're interested, you don't have a Robinhood account yet, I will leave my link down below. Sign up with that, set it up, you're gonna get a free stock, I'll get a free stock. I would greatly appreciate that, but this is one of the free ones that I did receive, and I keep it because it is a monthly paying dividend stock and it pays me 8 cents for 1 share. I'm not gonna add any into this, but if I receive more from referral links or whatever, I keep this because it does pay me 8 cents a month, and why not keep it? So this one is paid for 1 share, 8 cents on March 27th. Okay guys, so as you can see, the next one coming in is for April, so I'm not gonna cover that one quite yet, but here are the 7. So Target, Microsoft, Kellogg, ETF, 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 free. As you can see, looking at this here, it's honestly, it's not much. It's nothing really. It's not much. My portfolio is $4,591 valued right now. So I mean, it's a lot of money to put in there and see a few cents back. But here's the deal, like I checked my bank statement from Wells Fargo the other day and I got paid for having my money in a savings account, you know. I got paid like 3 cents or something like that. 3 cents to keep thousands of dollars in there. This is awesome. And even though it is small and like what can I buy for 8 freaking pennies, but you know what, you can cash it up, you can keep it in that buying power, wait it out. If you don't have money right now given the times, which I totally understand, you just continue to stack these dividend payments and you can reinvest them back into the market, which is what you should do. But then again, I'm not telling you what you should do, but I would recommend reinvesting these dividends back into the market for the compounding growth over time for you. And just do your due diligence to understand a company. Don't listen to me or some other YouTube person tell you to invest this, invest that, you know, what they're, you know, just do your own research. Knowledge is power, you guys, and there's so much out there right now, and especially if you have the time, given the circumstances, really educate yourself, really go for it. All right, guys, so I want to go ahead and show you what these current holdings that I have that I just showed you, the ones that paid me in March. I want to show you what their dividend currently is at as of April 5th. So in case you want to look into that, look at the history, educate yourself. The first one here, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom actually. Island Capital here, the free one that I got. I mean, they're not doing great, but their current dividend yield is 40.68%, which here I am again, I'm not telling you what to do, but don't do that. Okay, don't do that. And anything, look, I look from anything that ranges from like 1.5, 2 to like 4. That's my sweet spot. I don't think they're overpaying. I don't think they're gonna be in trouble. Again, look at those sheets, balance sheet, income, cash flow, educate yourself. But because that gives them the room to grow, it makes me still feel comfortable that they can pay that out. I know there's companies out there and the dividends are like 12, 17, whatever. I mean, I wouldn't personally invest in those at that point, but you do you and you do what you think is best for you. So the next one on the list that I had here was that value ETF. So they're currently at 3.34% dividend, which is solid. ETFs are usually very low risk. So the next one here is that other ETF. It's the high dividend ETF. They are currently going for a 7.85. Like I said, I would normally shy away, but because this is an ETF and I know it's well diversified, I know it's a lower risk position than like an individual stock, a common stock would be for an individual company. I don't mind this. It is the high dividend one, so it makes sense that the dividend would be going up right now, but that is currently at 7.85% if you wanted to check it out. The next one is the ETF for the growth ETF, SPYG. So you got SPYV, G, and D. This one's at 1.7. Like I said, it still falls in that range for me, but this is a growth, so I'm looking for that long-term kind of growth with a slight dividend payment. 5-year, you can see that that is happening with this, so check that one out if you are interested. So currently looking at Microsoft, so it's 153. I was wrong, I knew it was in the 50s though. They are currently at a 1.33% dividend yield. Pretty safe, it's not too high. I don't think they're gonna run out and not pay people that dividend. So if Microsoft is not a position that you currently have and you're interested in it, that's where they're at dividend wise right now. So here we are going into kind of my rare stock, I guess, is Kellogg. Kellogg is currently paying out a 3.59% dividend. I'm not mad about it. I think they have enough cash on deck that that's gonna be okay to make it through what's going on right now. As you can see, they are up almost about 4% with including after hours from Friday, which was a couple days ago. But they are doing okay. I do have an average cost of $66.54, so not far off from where they're at. So if you're interested in Kellogg, you can look at that, but I might hold off on that because if it does fall, you could get it at a better cost. The last one I have here, you guys, one of the 7 paychecks I got in March came from Target. Target is currently at 92.55 cents. They are paying a dividend right now of 2.85%, so that is up from what they originally were when I first bought my first share and position into Target. As you can see there, a little sneak peek. I might have added some more, but you guys, you know how I feel about Target from my other video. I know they have cash. I know it's gonna be all right. They're gonna make it, especially with people going there and actual shopping there at this point. They are at a 2.85, so if you're thinking about diving into Target, I think it might be a good opportunity for you. Like I said, look at this 5-year. I like to look at this. I like to see what's going on here. And at a 2.85, I think that's very sustainable, and I think that's a pretty good entry point to get you into Target. All right, you guys, so that was my Robinhood dividend payouts for the month of March. Like I said, it is an unfortunate time, but a fortunate time to get into the stock market, long-term investing game if you want to. I will be making an updated video on my portfolio. I've bought into some positions. I've opened some positions on some companies. I just feel like it's too good of an opportunity to kind of let it slip. I know times are hard. If you don't have that extra cash, you got to do what you got to do. But luckily, I do have a little bit of extra that I can put into the market at this point. I will not be taking all of my extra cash and dumping it in because I do feel like it's going to go down a bit more. So I had to learn a lesson. I used to take like, you know, $2,000 and put it in and buy everything at that point. But now I consistently do like a week or every 2 weeks because I don't want to invest, you know, say you have $5,000, you put it all into one thing and then a week later it goes down. Take it in increments. Put 150 here, put 5 here, put 100 here. Just slowly get your way into that so you're dollar cost averaging without really, you know, having to worry about it or think about it. Just consecutively put your money in, drip it into your portfolio, and don't put it all in at once is kind of what I'm saying. If you guys agree with some of my positions, let me know. If you guys are looking at certain dividends on certain companies that you want to get invested into, leave them down below. Keep me in the loop. You guys always do your own education. If you made it to the end of the video, please, please, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with somebody. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you made it to the end of the video, you are the real MVP. Come here, you know I love you. You guys, like I say at the end of every single one of my videos, enjoy the journey, whatever your journey is. Always remember to do what sets your hearts on fire. And I will catch you guys in my next video. All right, bye guys.